Hi, everybody. I'm Adam Cohn. I'm the Vice President of Broadcasting, Marketing, and Programs. Geez, I need a shorter title. Here at NCMA Boston, wearer of many hats, and very excited to be bringing you all this Meet the Speaker series for the 2025 NCMA Boston March Workshop. Today, I'm joined by Katie Dodson. She is the president of Hive Systems Defense Solutions. She's previously worked for the DoD. Katie, welcome.
Thank you. It's nice
All
to be
right.
here.
So happy you're here. Looking forward to your session. The session titled CMMC Demystified, Navigating Compliance and Achieving Certification. Before we get into the session, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I'm president of Hive Systems Defense Solutions. I work for Hive Systems. It's a cybersecurity consulting company. Defense Solutions is our division that is specifically dedicated to supporting defense contractors, particularly around CMMC. So prior to coming into Defense Solutions, I worked for the DoD. I was with the Defense Cybercrime Center, actually receiving the DFARS reporting that ties into the whole CMMC program. So I've been able to kind of see both sides of the coin, the compliance, the challenges that contractors face with getting compliant, but also the threats and the APTs that are out there trying to target our information and why it's so critical to implement these controls.
Excellent. So what kind of got you into your field? Because you just mentioned you're being able to work, or you've been on both sides of the same coin.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that kind of got you into this field, whether it's cybersecurity, whether it's defense?
So I've always been a little bit of a compliance nerd. I like the structure that comes with compliance. My bachelor's degree is in accounting, so I actually started my whole career in the accounting space working with Price Waterhouse. And I actually transitioned into cybersecurity doing IT compliance with them. And that kind of started my whole cybersecurity journey. And then kind of when I've always kind of tried lots of different things in the environment. So I did the assessments with PwC, the Big Four. Then I switched over to threat intelligence with the DoD and was a branch chief running the teams that were analyzing the reporting that came in from the defense contractors, but also correlating it against the activity that was being reported about what APTs were doing. And then from there, I kind of jumped back into the consulting space because I felt like I could make a bigger impact there, really helping these companies understand how to be secure and why it's important. So that's really what kind of got me into this consulting space as a whole, but also specifically the defense contracting space as well.
Perfect. Well, let's turn gears just a little bit here. And again, for those of you that are familiar with our Meet the Speaker series, typically there's a 15 to 20-minute interviews. We're trying to make them here for the March workshop a lot shorter. That way there, it helps all of you figure out what sessions you all may want to attend. Speaking into the session, see what I did there? Professional segue. At least that's what I like to think. What interests you specifically about this topic you're speaking on? Because we were kind of speaking here pre-show. And I was working for BAE Systems at the time that the initial cybersecurity clauses dropped. And then it was just like, okay, worked as a subcontract administrator. Okay, they are not signing up to this. And it was just like all of us trying to put together in our hallway contracts and subcontracts. How are our subs going to handle it? What do we need to be compliant at the prime level? So kind of what interests you with a specific topic? Because the cybersecurity clausing has now morphed into the CMMC.
Yeah, so what I find interesting about this is CMMC has been around for a while. Most people said it was never going to come, and now it's finally here, and it has evolved so much since CMMC 1.0. So there's just so much uncertainty in the environment about what CMMC even means now, what you have to do, what the requirements are. And it's going to become mandatory within the next couple of months as soon as the second CFR drops and becomes effective. So there's a lot of companies out there who don't understand how it's going to impact them. Both defense contractors, their subcontractors, their supply chain, and even their security providers are going to have to be subject to CMMC, even if they themselves don't directly contract with the DoD. So what I find interesting is just kind of helping everybody understand who's going to be impacted, how they're going to be impacted, and what they need to do and when they need to do it by to make sure that they don't miss out on opportunities to actually be eligible for defense contracts moving forward.
Perfect. So that's I kind of want to make this last question here a little bit of a two-parter. Again, kind of the reason we do a little pre-show chat. What you all specifically do in Hive Systems Defense Solutions, on the defense solutions side, on that compliance side, you were telling me something really cool that you guys have that only a handful of companies really have gotten so far. So talk
Mhm.
to us about that and bridge that into what can people expect to learn during your session, because I think they kind of tie together.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are finalizing our C3PAO authorization right now. So Hive Systems Defense Solutions will be a certified CMMC third party assessment organization, probably by the time we actually get to NCMA in March, which means that we are one of only 57 companies that are actually allowed to perform CMMC certification assessments for defense contractors. So through that, I'm going to be sharing a lot in my presentation about kind of just the baselining of understanding the different levels of CMMC, what the different types of assessments are, what you need to know as far as what your impact is going to be for your company. But then I'm also going to dive more into what to actually expect from that assessment with your C3PAO if you have to get certified, and some of the challenges that companies face, some of the pitfalls and ways that you can be more successful with really streamlining that assessment and making sure that you're really ready to go for it and get authorized and continue to be eligible for those contracts with the DoD.
I love it. So, folks, make sure you bring your laptops, iPads, or maybe you're just old school and want to bring a notebook to learn. We have so many cool topics at the March workshop. Katie, thank you so much. Final chance or final opportunity. Anything else you want to share with everybody before we get to the March workshop?
Just looking forward to seeing everybody there, and we'll have a table as well. So come talk to me after my presentation if you have additional questions about CMMC.
Love it. Can't wait to see you there. Can't wait to see all of you there. March workshop Thursday, March 13th. I am so looking forward to this. Again, it is a Thursday this year. We have traditionally always held this on Wednesday. This year, we're holding on a Thursday instead of the Wednesdays we've traditionally done. It's going to be all day long. For all the information on the event, head over to ncmaboston.org. Katie, thank you, and we'll see you at the
Thank
event.
you.